Yes, sir. Good morning, sir.
Good morning. Yes. Oh, what is happening? Vaibhav, yes, please tell us about yourself.
Yes, sir. My full name is Vaibhav Nitin Kazare. I am from
Ah,
Pune, Maharashtra. I have done
hmm,
my BTech in Computer Engineering, 2015 pass out, and
hmm.
also I am in currently working in Indian Corporate Law Service, 2070 UPSC Civil Services batch. And since last 1.5 year, I am working as Assistant Registrar of Companies in Mumbai. And my hobbies watching movies and interests are in reading defense blogs, and also have been a state basketball player.
Oh,
So this was my brief introduction.
oh, very good. What is your height?
174, sir.
174. Because
Centimeter.
for basketball is height a real good thing. If
Sorry,
you are
sir,
a tall
could you
person,
please repeat?
huh? Huh?
Sir, it was not audible. Could you please repeat, sir?
No, no, I'm saying in volleyball, does the height matters?
Sir, in basketball, it can be an added advantage, but it is
Huh,
not the only criteria.
huh.
Skills and other talents and overall team sportsmanship also helps. So height is added advantage, but not only the criteria for basketball.
Acha, you are already in a company law service, right? Huh?
Yes, sir. Yes. Yes.
Good. How do you
Corporate
like?
law
What
service.
exactly is your job?
Yes, sir. We regulate the Companies Act 2013 and
Hmm,
Limited Liability Partnership Act of 2008. And
hmm,
also, we play a role of educator, facilitator, or we are enforcing the office means things of Companies Act, and
hmm.
also overall means regular filings by the corporates, handling complaints of the stakeholders, creating awareness among the different stakeholders. So
Hmm.
overall, this broad mandate we have. So.
Good. You underwent training where? Where's your main training? You
Yes,
must
sir.
have
We
had
have
training.
yes, sir. We have a separate Indian Corporate Law Service Academy in Manesar, which
Where?
is
Where? In
part of
Manesar. Oh, in
Manesar,
Manesar.
Gurgaon,
Okay.
sir. Yes,
Uh-huh.
yes, sir. And
Acha.
it is part of Indian Institute of Corporate Affairs, which is
Uh-huh.
a think tank of MCA, Ministry of Corporate Affairs,
Hmm.
which conducts various trainings, workshops for directors, independent directors, or IRP professional, the resolution professionals now introduced by IBC.
Hmm.
So it is a like a big institute, a well-known institute in corporate sector, sir.
Very good. No, but obviously you seem to be enjoying your work. Why do you want to change your job? You lose your seniority and all that. Huh?
Yes, I am enjoying in my current service, but
Huh?
my aspirations are for IAS, IPS, as it provides a quite big ambit of diverse challenges, opportunities, and also the impact of the work through IAS, IPS is quite huge compared to my current service, as this is sort of a technical corporate domain related service. Still, this experience of this service would rather help me in better way in doing service in IAS or IPS per se. So I'm happy also in this, but as aspirations are there when I started studying for civils, I would
Okay.
like to give try for IAS IPS.
Okay, good. Now tell me, uh, this competition commission, we have a competition commission. What is
Yes,
exactly their role? Why should we have a commission to look into competition? Competition is good, no?
right, sir. Competition is good for the
Hmm.
economy, but sometimes the big players try to misuse their dominant position, and it imbalances the level playing field in the economy. So the current examples of the e-commerce big giants like Amazon, Flipkart, or Google, the other emerging players don't have that much resources, or they may face what we can say discrimination against the big players. So the Competition Commission of India specially looks after that level playing field is maintained in the economy for a harmonious balance or overall means inclusive growth of all the players.
Who is the chairman at present? Chairman of the Competition Commission?
Yes, sir. Sorry, sir, I forgot the name. I'm not
Okay,
able to
no
recall.
issue. Acha, you have company law board also, no? You have a chairman in that.
Yes, sir. Now it has been changed to National Company Law Tribunal (NCLT).
Yes.
Earlier it was Company Law Board.
Correct.
So
Now, who is heading that?
NCLT. Sorry, sir. Again, I forgot the name.
I forgot the name. No issue. Okay. Now, you see, it is rather strange. There was a time when we had a monopoly and restricted trade practice, and today we have Competition Commission. Somehow it seems as if it's a very confused approach, or what?
No, sir. Rather, there has been a synergy or like well-streamed approach has been taken through Competition Commission of India. So earlier, different laws and rules were there. Now, a single regulatory authority would means monitor this competition field. I would say this is much more organized, and separate competition act is also there. It has their own authority and investigation team, and also now NCLT and a separate tribunal is there to handle all the matters related to the Competition Commission or overall related matters.
Now tell me, what is the difference between duopoly and oligopoly? You know, you have a structure. Duopoly. What is duopoly?
My rough understanding is like there would be two players in a duopoly, and oligopoly means multiple players or cartel of players.
Yes.
Of.
So what do you understand by cartelization?
Yes, a certain number of players come together for their vested interest, and they try to subvert or dominate other players in the market for their own profits or benefits.
So this you find, give me some example where this is done, oligopolistic behavior.
In APMC is the big vendors do kind of cartelizations to reduce the prices given to the farmers.
How about airlines? Different airlines, airfares.
Yes, sir. Yes. Now, like the low-cost airlines and there was also sort of allegations against them. So even in the telecom sector right now, for example, Jio was alleged to means disturb the telecom sector tariff structure. So that can be the example.
Okay, tell me, recently in the parliament it had come and they approved retrospective tax. What is this retrospective tax, and what's the implication of this?
Yes, currently government has decided not to finish the retrospective taxation. So government can tax any entity in backward for their past transactions, like if they sell their assets or some transactions with the related subsidiary or any other party. For the example, the Care Energy tax bill or Vodafone Idea taxation. So this would what sort of confidence would be increased among the private players, and overall what the threat like tax terrorism or ambiguity in the taxation policies would be reduced. So it would rather increase the foreign investment and overall image of Indian economy as a stable policy for different players in the economy.
Okay, what are your hobbies?
So watching movies and interesting all sorts of movies, sir. Also any language.
And then
interests are like reading defense blogs.
Achha. Thank you. Sinha Saab?
Yeah. Yeah, Vaibhav.
Yes, sir. Good morning, sir.
Okay, morning. Vaibhav Nitin Kajale, is that your name?
Right, sir. Right.
Okay. Now you studied from Vishwakarma Institute of Technology, Pune.
Yes, sir.
Tell me something about Vishwakarma. Who was Vishwakarma?
Yes, Vishwakarma is known as creator god. Like he was the builder or architect of heaven or various. He also created weapons, flying chariots. So we can call him as the engineer or architect or creator god in layman terms.
But I thought Brahmaji was creator, so should he not be called the engineer, the original engineer?
Yes, so we can say he is the chief engineer, and Vishwakarma can be means he created specific structures or things in the universe. But overall, chief engineer we can call Brahmaji.
Okay, when do we observe Vishwakarma Day? Is there something like Vishwakarma Day?
Yes, I forgot the day. In some states like Himachal and North Indian states, they do follow Vishwakarma Day, and they have separate temple also. I forgot the day.
But why is the day observed?
So that day, the engineers, the workmen do the puja of their instruments and weapons or other accessories as offering to the Lord Vishwakarma. So that is the remembrance day or the day for thanking him for that skills and talents.
Okay. You had appeared in Indian Naval Academy also and Central Armed Police Forces also. Why? What happened there? Why did you leave that?
Sir, I didn't leave per se, but in India, I was declared medically unfit due to my eyesight. So I could not join even after getting a very good rank. And the same thing happened in CAPF also. And also same time, same year I cleared civils also. So I went for civils, then CAPF. I was given allocated border security force that time.
And what took you to Arunachal Pradesh? You say I find mention of Arunachal Pradesh in your DA.
Yes, sir. Yes. There is an NGO called Jnana Prabodhini in Pune, which conducts various workshops for school-going students and college-going students in northeastern states. So we were that time allocated Teju in Arunachal Pradesh, where we conducted a workshop for more than 100 college-going students for creating awareness about the various competitive exams, employment opportunities. So for that reason, we went for a Gyan Setu project in Arunachal Pradesh.
But since that was a visit to Northeast, can you tell me 2-3 points about Arunachal, either about culture or geography or their, living styles, which struck you as something unique?
Yes, sir, geography-wise, Arunachal has a variety of climate and weather, from evergreen forest till alpine or snow-clad mountains we can find. That state is full of rivers and various tributaries of river Brahmaputra. Cultural-wise, it has it's diverse, more than 25 group communities of various tribals and also sub-community of more than 85 tribes. So it has a huge diversity, and means attractive thing I found that Hindi is the lingua franca over there, because due to lot of intra variety in the tribes, dialects and languages. So Hindi and English is very much well spoken, and the perception I had that tribals would be backward or sort of subsistence level. There I found they were very much advanced, modern, and rather I was looking as tribal in front of them. So they had very modern perspective also.
Okay,
so
good.
Overall, it was very nice experience.
Any idea what is the meaning of this name Arunachal?
Arunachal means the land of where the sun rises. So that Arunachal mountain, from where the first sun rays are received in the Dong Valley, the most eastern part of our country. So that name was given Arunachal Pradesh.
Okay. Thank you, Vaibhav. Over to Sharmaji.
Thank you.
Okay, Mr. Vaibhav, how are you?
Yes, sir, I'm fine, sir. Thank you.
Good.
How are you, sir?
Yeah, I'm fine. Okay, Mr. Vaibhav. Hello.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Yes.
When do we observe World Tribal Day?
Yes, sir. It was 2 days back only, I think on 12th or 13th this week.
Anyway, it was 9th of August, not
Oh,
2.
sorry. Thank you, sir. Sorry.
Okay,
9th.
9th of August. So what was the theme this year? World Tribal Day 2021 theme.
Yes, I have read. It was. I'm not able to get the specific theme. Means indigenous people like not to
Yeah,
leave them
leaving
back.
no one behind,
Living no
indigenous
one behind.
people,
Yes, yes. Thank you. Sir.
and the call for a new social order.
Yeah. Yes, sir. Yes. Thank you.
So that was the theme. Anyway, so what do you mean by GI tag? GI tag.
Yes, sir. GI tag is geographical indication given to any specific product famous in that area. So it increases the economic viability, publicity, or overall rights over on that product for the community in that region. For example, in Maharashtra, the Kolhapuri chappals are famous.
So Kolhapuri
Or
chappal one, what else?
Nagpur's oranges.
Nagpur
Nagpur
orange.
oranges.
And some more.
Then Odisha's Rasgulla is given the GI tag.
Is
So
there any mango also?
yes,
from
Alfonso mango of
that
Western
has also
Maharashtra,
got
Konkan
GI
region.
tag.
Yes,
Okay.
sir.
So Chandrayaan 3, when are we going to launch Chandrayaan 3? You know Chandrayaan?
Yes, sir. Yes.
So when are we going to launch Chandrayaan 3?
After the last failure, I'm not quite sure, but by 23 or due to COVID delay, I think by 23 we would be launching.
Okay, probably in 2022. Now you tell me whether at all the Chandrayaan 2 was a partial success or absolutely unsuccessful it was. So was it a partial success? Is it still working? Part of it is still working. Any idea?
Yes, sir, it is a partial success because the only lander was not successful, but the orbiter revolving around the moon is very much in working condition, and we are getting a lot of
innovation
data.
made recently. Any discovery innovation made recently by Chandrayaan 2?
Sorry, sir, I'm not aware.
Water on moon. Water, presence
Yes,
of
sir,
water.
yes. Water on moon.
Recently, few days
Yes.
back only.
Yes, sir. Yes.
So it is a partial success.
Right.
Okay.
Sir. Yes, sir. Yes.
So your subject is computer engineering. Computer
Yes, sir.
engineering, isn't it? Yeah.
Yes.
What do you know about National Supercomputing Mission?
Yes, sir.
And how many supercomputers are there in the country? Can you name some? Supercomputing mission number 1 and important supercomputers working in the country.
Yes, sir. Sir, National Supercomputing Mission was introduced. I forgot the year of the budget. Around 6 to 7,000 crores are earmarked for it, and CDAC and along with the private partners, it would be developed. And various supercomputers are already functional. For example, in Indian Meteorological Department, Pratyush.
So
then
what is the exact name? What is the exact name of that meteorological? That is not the department. That is
IITM,
the institute.
IITM.
And what is the full form of that IITM?
Indian Institute of Tropical
Meteorology.
Meteorology. Yes, thank you.
It is installed at?
It is in Pune also. And,
it is in Pune only. Yeah, that's
yes,
right.
Yes.
So the name of the supercomputer is?
Pratyush.
Pratyush, that's right. So this Pratyush is a supercomputer. This is meant for what? Related with what?
Monsoon prediction model and overall
weather forecasting as a whole. Weather forecasting as a whole. Is there any supercomputer which is related with weather forecasting installed in the country? This is one. Another one?
I think other one is the Mihir.
Mihir. Where it is installed? You are right. Mihir. So where is it installed?
Sorry, sir, I forgot the organization.
Noida.
Noida. Okay. Yes. Yes. Thank you, sir.
Okay. Now now you tell me what is common to these three persons: Vijay Mallya, Choksi, Nirav Modi.
Yes, sir. All three have done corporate frauds and have fled the country, and all are going through various cases, and authorities are
So
working.
the Fugitive
trying to
Economic
bring them back.
Offenders Act, when was it enacted? The Fugitive Economic Offenders Act,
Yes.
when was it enacted?
Sir, I'm not able to recollect the year.
Anyway,
It was
what are the salient
19
features of the Fugitive Economic Offenders Act?
Yes, sir. The threshold is around 100 crores if the
So
fraud.
a person who has committed economic fraud amounting to rupees 100 crores or more, number one,
Yes.
as you have said. Number two,
the personal assets and all.
no, and he has fled away the country.
Yes, fled away the country. Yes,
So
that is the second.
that is
thing.
known as Fugitive Economic
Economic.
Offender.
Yes, sir. Yes.
Now
Thank
you might be very well aware of Punjab National Bank fraud. Are you?
Yes, sir.
Punjab
Yes.
National Bank fraud. So which were the main reasons that this fraud occurred? Where was the
Yes, sir.
misuse of some machinery, some?
Yes, sir. The Nirav Modi and some bank officials together had a nexus, and they tried to exploit the loopholes in SWIFT system of the banking.
SWIFT. So
global
first you tell
banking
me
system.
SWIFT stands for, SWIFT is an acronym. It stands for, you are right. This was the number one. Society for Worldwide.
I forgot the full form.
Interbanking Telecommunication.
Interbanking, yes, telecommunication. For letter of credit, yes. Sir.
Letter of credit, that's right. Misuse of letter of credit. And third one was good. Third one.
Sir, he had no hard assets like diamonds were just.
No, important thing. Third one was that ICI did not exercise its function properly. This was the third one. Now you tell me in which section the amendment was made in the Companies Act to take care of that ICI did not exercise its function properly. So a clause was inserted in the Companies Act, which was that act, which was that article in which some amendments were made in the Companies Act. And I give you a hint, an authority was created. So what was that authority? What was the amendment and under which section of Companies Act? Amendment was in one section.
The National Financial Reporting Authority, NAFRA.
That's right. So this is the authority which was created, and now you come to the specific section. This is
yes, section is in front of my eyes, but I'm not able to recollect.
It is 132.1.
132. Yes, yes, yes. Thank you.
Amendment was made in section 132, and 1 was added. 132.1.
Yes,
in which this provision was there. Okay, thank you.
Yes, sir. Thank you, sir.
Thank you. You are a good candidate. When is your interview?
15th September, sir.
15th September. Okay, you still have time. You will be on leave or you are working now?
So I'm working. Last 2 weeks, I'm planning to take leave.
Acha. And you will come down to Delhi. Now you are in Bombay, na?
Yes, I'm in Mumbai, and
I
will come to Pune, my hometown.
Now, maybe you should take 1 or 2 more box. I don't know whether you can do, maybe online or whatever. Because
yes,
current affairs will become very important, and both national and international. What's your optional? Sorry, I didn't look at your optional. What's
anthropology.
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 Okay, about anthropology, you read, huh? And how relevant it is, especially in Indian context. And Olympic Games keep track. I mean, by the time you appear for interview, perhaps it may not be all that necessary, but still you should know who got gold and silver and all that.
Yes, sir.
So then now but happenings in Afghanistan will be very important. You opted for foreign service?
Yes, sir. Third one.
Third one. Okay, all the more reason. So happenings on the Afghanistan, you should keep track, and what has been the government of India reaction, what
Yes, yes.
the international, what is being attempted, etc., etc. So those things will become important. And company law board, I mean, your company law amended version, you should know the major, provisions.
Yes.
And even though there is a epidemic, but still our stock market is doing very well. The stocks. So what is the reason? And also something about ease of doing business. What do you understand by that? What are
Yes.
the provisions in the budget which are aimed at making the ease of doing business better? And our ranking in the world, there's a ranking of India in ease of doing business. So
Yes,
all
sir.
these business related, because your corporate affairs thing, you should be aware of. Okay. Good.
Yes, sir.
Otherwise, you will wear a suit now for the interview.
Yes, sure, sir. Just now I'm in home, so
Very good. Okay, tell me how much, based on today's interview, how much marks will you give yourself?
not this current I was not had not brushed up, so things could have been more structured. So I would range around 170 or
That
below
is
180.
below 180. That is about 60%, less than 60%. Around 60 you are giving. Yeah, 60 to 65, I think is okay. But you can definitely improve. Okay,
Yes, sir,
Sinha, sir. Over to Sinha.
Yeah, Weber, I would also say you are a very good candidate, and I'll agree. I think I'll agree with your assessment, but I would say that you have got the potential, to go more, go higher than that, you see. And in fact,
sure, sir.
you will need to go higher, to compete.
Yes.
Yeah, so
Right.
your aim must be 70 plus and 75, in fact.
Yes, sir.
The fact that you are in a service, Indian corporate law service is a great advantage. You can be prepared. It can be two things, one can be you can face quite a few questions. Other can be that you may not face any question on that because they would say that is something known to you, you see.
Right.
So I think, you see, what I would say that between now and about your interview on 15/8, 15
Yes.
August.
No, September, sir.
Oh, 15 September. So you have got about a month's time, isn't it?
Yes, sir. Right.
Month's time. Okay. So just remember that, the interview, the personality test is more about how you say, rather than what you say.
Yes.
While the content of what you are saying is important, but what is more important in terms of personality, which they are looking at, is your how you say, what is your temperament, how do you present yourself, how do you engage into discussion, how critically, what is your analytical ability, what is your the thinking process, how cogent, consistent, etc., etc. So that you must bear in mind. So that's very, very important. Okay.
Yes, sir.
And two things. One is DAF. You see, DAF is very important. That leads the interview. And second, of course, is current affairs. Okay.
Sure.
So between now and the date of the interview, current affairs, it's very difficult. We can mention a few things, but which are all known, whether it is farmer agitation to whatever has happened, say Olympics and this and that, etc., or on the economic front, or the pandemic, or the recovery process and all. But it can be anything. Okay.
Yeah.
Yes. Okay. Sharma ji, please.
Thank you.
Mr. Weber, you are a very good candidate, and already suggestions have been given to you to work on those lines. And since you are already in central services, so expectation from you would be little more.
Yes.
So you are having enough time, no problem at all. Work hard and compete for IAS proper only this year.
Yes.
Okay, all the best.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Weber, before you go, do you have any question to ask the board?
Yes, sir. Yes. One doubt, like how to justify like already in one civil service and then why again I'm going for IAS IPS. So without undermining my current service, how to give a better articulated answer for this, sir.
I think what you answered, this was asked, isn't it? So
Yes,
Yeah,
sir.
you did answer.
what you answered
Yeah.
what you answered is perfectly okay.
Yes, that was
That's
good
okay.
enough. Yeah, nothing else. You did it very well.
You know, your sincerity or the honesty about what you are answering, as I said. You see, there's no standard answer to a question like this, but how a candidate puts sincerely that look, I'm looking, this is a very good service, etc., but I'm looking forward to, these services, IAS, IPS, because they offer greater opportunities and greater challenges, and prestige also, all those things. Okay.
Yes.
No, your answer was perfect. And you come out as a very honest and modest person, straightforward. Keep up this thing. Very good.
Okay. Yes.
Okay, then,
Okay,
all
bye.
the best.
All the best.
Thank you, sir. Have a good day. Take care.
Okay.
You too.
Thank
You
you.
can
But
leave the Zoom meeting.
don't do that in the board. The board
Yes,
don't
sir.
say good day, sir, and all that. You know. UPSC
Okay.
board don't say good day and all. You are
Yes, sir.
Say only thanks. Thank you very much.
Yes.
Thank you. Bye.
Yes. Yes. Okay.
Okay.
Okay, you can leave the Zoom meeting.